Welcome back to Frontline News. I'm Javon Keys. It's now time for Frontline Business. Finance Minister Dr. Nigel Clark has indicated that in an effort to achieve the government's economic goals, the fiscal rules will have to be relaxed. The fiscal rule imposes a long-lasting constraint on the use of government revenue collection and expenditure to influence a country's economy. Now, according to Dr. Clark, the projected 10% economic downturn brought on by the COVID-19 pandemic has shifted the focus from the set targets and would require steep correction.
If the correction mechanism is not amended, the government of Jamaica would be required to target a primary balance of 6.3% of GDP in 2021-22 and a primary balance of 8.7% of GDP in 2022-23. Over the past 7 years, we have targeted primary balances of 7%, 7.5%, 6.5%. I think we'll all in this House very easily see that targeting a primary balance of 8.7%, not next fiscal year, but the year after, is likely to be inimical to the prospects of economic recovery.
Meanwhile, the Minister of Industry, Investment and Commerce, Audley Shaw, says Jamaica's digital global services industry is being targeted for growth. The industry is projected to grow by 20% over the next 4 years. According to Mr. Shaw, some of the areas of opportunity for the sector are applications development and maintenance, mobile and website development, marketing analytics, and digital manufacturing. American Airlines is taking steps to return its 737 MAX aircraft to the sky. On Wednesday, a test flight took off for the first time after a 20-month ban. Now, experts say the redesigned jet is now safe following 2 fatal crashes, which claimed several lives and discouraged persons from identifying with the airline. The details in this report.
The American Airlines flight from Dallas, Texas to Tulsa, Oklahoma was part of a concerted PR effort to restore the jet's image following a 20-month ban, and for American Airlines to demonstrate the jet's safety ahead of the first commercial flight set for December 29th. Boeing's best-selling jet was grounded in March 2019 after crashes in Indonesia and Ethiopia killed 346 people, marking the industry's worst safety crisis in decades. On Wednesday, journalists in face coverings witnessed a comeback. It was the first time anyone besides regulators and industry personnel have flown on the MAX since the grounding, one that ignited investigations focusing on software that overwhelmed pilots. Critical for Boeing's reputation and hard-hit finances, the FAA last month cleared the jet to fly again, following design changes and training upgrades. But families of some victims have protested the MAX's return to service before a final investigative report on the second crash has been released.
Now on to stocks. In Thursday's trading session, the JSE Combined Index declined by 1,081 points to close at under 3,000 units. Overall market activity resulted from trading in 78 stocks, of which 31 advanced, 37 declined, and 10 traded firm. The junior market index advanced by 1.31 points to close at under 2,000 units. Stocks advanced for 138 Student Living, Blue Power Group, Caribbean Flavors and Fragrances, Caribbean Producers Jamaica, and Carreras Limited. Stocks declined for AMG Packaging and Paper Company, Burita Investments, Caribbean Assurance Brokers, Caribbean Cement Company, and Caribbean Cream Limited. Trading firm were 1834 Investments, Berger Paints Jamaica, Siboney Group, Diamond Trading, and Epley Limited. Mailpack Group Limited was the volume leader with 4.2 million units, followed by Wigton Wind Farm Limited ordinary shares with 4.1 million units, and JMB Group Limited with 1.1 million units. And now the foreign exchange. Now on to commodities. Oil prices went up on Thursday after sources said OPEC and Russia agreed to a modest output increase from January 2021 by 500,000 barrels per day, but failed to find a compromise on a broad and longer-term policy for the rest of the year. Brent futures were trading 39 cents to settle $48.64 a barrel, while U.S. West Texas Intermediate crude rose 29 cents to settle at $45.57 a barrel. And that's it for Frontline Business. I'm Javon Keys. Good evening.